All right, this video we're going to be going over is on the intermediate value theorem, a super important and awesome theorem in calculus. Unfortunately, it's also the forgotten theorem because a lot of times students are confused later on in the year. They're like, what do I do? The answer usually is, oh, intermediate value theorem. How could you forget? What is the intermediate value theorem? Well, let's just talk real quick about flight of a plane. So let's say that a plane takes off on the ground. And then it goes in the air. Whoosh, there it is at about 20,000 feet in the air. Okay. 0 to 20,000. Do you agree that somewhere in that flight to going from 0 to 20,000 that it reached 10,000? I would hope so, because our flight path is continuous. So since our flight path is continuous, it's not like we're living some alternate reality where we just jump heights. So the intermediate value theorem pretty much says that if you have a continuous function, that the two endpoints are not the same, that it will hit every point in between. So it'll hit everything between 0 to 20,000. So let's get a little more technical here. So the first part I talked about is it needs to be continuous. And these are the three things that you need to state as you are going through these problems. You need to state all of these things to get credit for intermediate value theorem problems if it's specifically asking for the IVT. Okay, and then there exists a number C in between that A and B for which f of C equals K. So here's like that airplane problem right here. Well, this one goes to 10,000. I just did 20,000. But it's just saying that this last part means that, well, since that's in between our flight, that happened at some point, some C value here. Okay. Let's do our, one problem. So we're going to show whether the conditions of the intermediate value theorem hold for the given value of K. We're going to sketch the curve and the line y equals K. And if they do, find the C such that f of C equals K. This is pretty much everything then IVT would ask for. A little above me on here on this question, but here we go. So let's show these conditions. So first off, is it continuous on the interval? I'm looking at this function over here. I know it's not continuous. It's not continuous at 2, but is it continuous on my interval from A to B? Sure is. If I were to sketch this bad boy, there's 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's going to be from here to here. Looks something like that. Okay, so it is continuous on this interval. So let's state that f is continuous, or it's continuous on the interval. If you were to say that it is continuous, you would lose credit for that because it's not continuous. F is not continuous, but it's continuous from 3 to 5. So you're in the clear here. Step 2, we're going to find f of 3, and we're going to show that it is not equal to f5. Well, what is f of 3? You're just going to plug it in, all right? So plug it in, you get 1 over 3 minus 2, which is 1 over 1, which is 1. Plug in a 5, which is going to be 1 over 3. So I'm agreeing with that 1 is not equal to 1/3. So 1 checks out, 2 checks out. And the third one is this K value, the 5/6, is it between 1 and 1/3? Sure thing it is. So we can say that 5/6 is between f of 1 and f of 5. So now we can state that, yeah, this happens. At some point on my graph right here, I'm going to reach 5/6. Okay. Probably closer to here on this side than that side, but let's go for it. So to actually find what that C value is, where does this equal 5/6? Well, you're just going to set the function 5/6 equals to 1 over x minus 2. And then you're going to find the x value. So you're going to get 5 x minus 2. If you want to try this on your own and pause the video, be my guest. If it went too fast, hit pause. 5x minus 10 equals 6. 5x equals 16. X equals 16/5. So I need to find the c value. So I need to make sure, because sometimes you'll get multiple x values. They need to be inside your interval. In this case, I only got one x value, so I don't worry about it. So it needs to graduate to a c value. So this 16/5 is between 3 and 5, so this will graduate to a c value. Okay? Like if this was a plus and minus for some reason, I can only graduate the positive one. Sorry, negative one. By that I mean positive, negative 16/5. So anyway, yeah, answered everything there. So this is gonna happen at, so this 5/6 is going to happen from the IVT, and it's going to happen at 16/5, which is like in red. It's like right here. All right, and that's going to wrap up our IVT.